Hey there and welcome to the Guitar Tricks channel. My name is Anders and I'm going to be your host today. Before we get started, make sure to hit the subscribe button so that you don't miss any of our future lessons. First, let me start you off with the tip of the week. If your guitar goes out of tune a lot, there can of course be a million reasons for that, and it's always a good idea to get a professional setup. But one thing that's easy to try on your own is to apply a bunch of graphite up here in the nut with just a regular pencil. And the reason for this is that the graphite works as a lubricant and helps prevent the strings from getting stuck in the little ridges up there when you bend, for example. And you can also do that on the bridge. For our lesson this week, we're going to get a little bit outside the box and look at some cool ways you can use the little bit of string that you actually find above the nut and behind the bridge on some guitars. It's certainly not something you'll be able to use in every song, but there is a time and a place for all of these tricks. And in general, it'll help you think outside the box and maybe look at your instrument in a slightly different and more creative way. Check it out. So first, try and strum the strings up here behind the nut. Has kind of a cool, high-pitched, atonal quality to it. Sounds kind of creepy and cool. Again, it's not often that you can use it for anything, but sometimes it'll be that perfect little trick to pull out. Especially if you're composing a soundtrack to a horror film. You can also try to pick the notes one at a time. Pretty weird as well. This sounds even better when you add a big reverb and delay, which I'll do in a second. Because now we're going to check out the notes back here behind the bridge, which are slightly louder. And you won't have these on Telecasters and Stratocasters. Let's try that out with a big reverb and delay sound. You can even add some Bixby action. Pretty creepy sounding. You can also see if you have any actual notes up here. And this is of course different on every instrument. On this guitar, I happen to have something that's close enough to a D major triad up here in the top 3 strings, which I've used in the studio in the past. Of course a little pitchy, but that's part of the charm. On the bottom 3 strings, I have the first inversion of a C sharp minor triad. Again, it's not often that it'll work, but it can be fun to mess around with. And that's it for our channel episode this week. I hope you've enjoyed thinking outside the box for a brief moment, and I hope you'll find that perfect moment to use some of these tricks. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe for more great videos, and also feel free to like or share this lesson with your friends. Have fun with all of it, and I'll see you around.